It's kind of built into my chromosomes.
Yeah.
Because when I was 7 years old, I started classical ballet, and that gave me a kind of discipline. It was I don't know why, it was a calling for me, because I thought I was going to be a dancer and be able to express myself through movement in my body. But it didn't turn out quite that way.
1977 saw the reuniting of Candor and Ebb and Liza Minnelli. They wrote a musical for her about a film star making her comeback in a Las Vegas act. Now, the show was called The Act, and tonight Raquel Welch will perform the second act showstopper, City Lights.
Love those city lights, those sparkling city lights, those twinkling city lights, blurring my eyes. Walking lanes to pick a daisy that could drive a person crazy. Homemade bread lays here like lead, and Polly's peach preserves. Oh, please, my nerves. City lights, I long for those city lights, the bulbs of those beaming bright, beckoning me there, be there. Country air means zilch to me. I won't breathe nothing I can't see. So let me quit and hit those pretty city lights. Love them lights.
Broadway did turn my career around so remarkably in literally an opening night and the reviews that came out thereafter. And I still feel the heat from it, and I hope I never stop feeling the heat.
Can you get thrilled just
Yeah, I can. I gotta tell you, I got the standing ovation before I opened my mouth.
As the curtain...
When the curtain went up. So what they were saying to me was not just, okay, Raquel, show us. They were saying, hey, all those years that you thought that, you know, everything you did was mediocre and the rest of it, we kind of liked you, you know. It was okay. We kind of like you. Welcome.
She took her talents to the stage and starred in the musical Woman of the Year in 1982.
A couple of hundred people waiting outside, which did my heart good when I walked outside the theater, and they all said, hey, you know, it's great. And one of them said, oh, Raquel, you were so great. He said, you know, I always liked you, but I didn't know you were talented from your movies. And some guy next to him said, well, that was an underhanded compliment if I ever heard it. And I said, you know, he's right. They never let me do anything in the movies.
Welch received good reviews, but was brutally honest with herself about why people came to see her perform.
It encompasses a broad range of people who've come to see a movie star who has a certain image and body, beautiful, whatever, kind of sexy chick. The fact that I deliver a performance to them is like my trump card, because they're not expecting me to give the kind of energy, the kind of performance that I'm capable of giving. So I enjoy that. But I know I don't kid myself that if I were not Raquel Welch, they'd be flocking to the theater to find these very undiscovered talents, especially in this day and age when it's so difficult to get the money together to put together a film or a Broadway show or anything.
Raquel opens in New York.
Broadway played host to an unusual opening last night. Robin Leach has the story.
What happens if the leading lady of a Broadway musical wants to take a vacation? Well, if the leading lady is Lauren Bacall, you go and find someone who's going to keep tickets moving at the box office. And that's exactly what the producers of Woman of the Year did. They went and recruited Raquel Welch. As with many other Hollywood stars over the past few seasons, Raquel Welch is making her Broadway debut in this musical adaptation of the 1942 screen classic that starred Spencer Tracy and Katharine Hepburn. And it's a brave debut at that. Not only because Katharine Hepburn is just down the street still proving she's the original Woman of the Year, but because Raquel Welch is stepping into the shoes of this year's Tony Award winner for Best Musical Actress.
She's a tough act to follow, but I didn't try to copy her, you know. I saw that she did a real good job with the show and that she was really wonderful in this role, but I also saw it as a part that I could do something with myself. So I haven't really done anything kind of the way she does it.
And as with all opening nights in New York, there was a lavish party at the Xenon Discotheque to congratulate Raquel on her stage debut and to celebrate Broadway's newest star. So Raquel, how do you really feel after opening night?
Well, I'm really stunned, Robin. I mean, the only thing I can tell you is that it was really absolutely the thrill of a lifetime. That's all. I mean, when I hit that stage, I had 2 shows today. I mean, they just bowled me over. I mean, all I did was stand there, you know, and I mean, I couldn't believe it. I really couldn't believe it.
The nominations for Best Revival of a Play.
In New York, Rosie O'Donnell, Alec Baldwin, and Raquel Welch unveiled this year's Tony Award nominees with musicals The Life, Steel Pier, and Chicago leading the pack.
The new Victor Victoria, Raquel Welch.
Everything was coming up rosy as the Great White Way moved to Block East to Radio City Music Hall for the Tony Awards. The stars were all talking about the energy that O'Donnell was bringing to the evening. Rosie was ready to pop the cork on a show opening number celebrating 6 different musicals. And Rosie kept the show rolling with an all-star lineup of presenters from Raquel Welch to Roseanne, Mary Tyler Moore to Susan Sarandon.
Our next presenter was Broadway's Woman in Woman of the Year. And now she's both the woman and the man in Victor Victoria. Raquel Welch, a man.
Thank you. Good evening. I'm very excited to be coming back to Broadway for the first time since Woman of the Year. And well, I must say it's a big challenge to be following Julie Andrews into Victor Victoria. I have to say that I'm a little confused sometimes, you know, first 1 minute being the man and then the next minute playing the woman. But one of the perks is when I'm playing the man, I get paid more. Now, let's see. For this year's 4 nominees for Best Performance by a Featured Actor in a Play. And the Tony Award for Best Performance by a Featured Actor in a Play goes to Owen Teal, A Doll's House.
So wonderful.
Oh boy.
Why do you come to the open ball? What do you expect?
Well, I thought it was going to be really elegant and in the old world tradition of, you know, a grand, you know, big social, you know, event, grand soirée. It was just romantic and a wonderful idea.
You were invited by Mr. and Mrs. Lugner.
Yes.
How did you get to know them?
Well, they've been inviting me, actually, to come to Vienna for a couple of years, and each time my schedule was not allowing me to come. And so this year, about a year in advance, I finally said, okay, this time I'm going. So I'll set the time aside, really, and make sure that I can come. So I was happy that it all worked out well.
You get to know them, too, Mr. and Mrs. Lugner?
Yes, yes, a little bit.
How do you feel aside of Mr. and Mrs. Lugner?
Oh, I think they're very charming. They're very gracious and generous. He gave me a beautiful figurine in, you know, Viennese glass today, and they're, you know, wanting to take me around, show me the city, you know, arrange for me to have dinner in all the best restaurants and all of these things. It's very nice.
Yeah, very friendly people. Yeah.
Yes, very gracious and very warm and very nice.
What are your plans for the night at the open ball? Do you have fixed plans?
Well, you know, I have kind of a schedule that they gave me, my itinerary and when I'm supposed to go and what I'm supposed to do and what, you know, interviews and photographs I'm supposed to take and how the people that I meet. So it's all scheduled.
It's all scheduled.
Yes.
Oh,
but I get to dance. I get to dance a waltz, I think.
You can waltz?
Well, I can actually, but it depends, you know, if my boyfriend can waltz. I don't know if he can waltz.
The left way?
The left way?
Yeah, left, linksrum, was heißt denn das? The right.
There's a left way and a right way?
Yeah, you can waltz left way and right way.
How about left and right? No? No?
No?
You have a crash?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean because the room only goes one direction?
Yeah.
Oh, the entire room only goes one direction?
Oh, no.
Because I was understanding you can go that way and,
Yeah.
you know, that and that and that and turn around. You can do anything, no?
Yeah, you can.
There was, today in Lubner City, there was a guy who was teaching me how to waltz. I said, he said, how is your experience waltzing? I said, not very much. You want to teach me? So.
Okay.
And he was turning me this way and that way all around, and I was fine. Okay. I'm a good dancer, actually. I'd probably fall down tomorrow then.
People don't know about you, a lot of people, as I've seen you twice on Broadway. She is a terrific musical
I always love the theater. I mean, it's so wonderful to be in New York City, especially, and those audiences and the appreciation you get, and you just feel, oh, it's lovely.
It's great.
It's so lovely.
Tuesday, June 24th, 1997, sunny and hot out there here in New York City. And look who's pinch hitting for Kathy Lee today, the one and only Raquel Welch.
Imagine Raquel Welch, you just saw her playing a man. That's what happens this week when she replaces Julie Andrews and steps into the splashy Broadway production Victor Victoria. Raquel is actually playing a woman who's pretending to be a man, pretending to be a woman. And if that sounds confusing, one thing is clear, Raquel Welch makes the role all her own.
So come on in and play me the jazz hot, baby, 'cause I love my jazz hot.
Raquel Welch joins us this morning. Good morning. A real pleasure to have you here.
Good morning. I guess everybody's very orange today, aren't we?
We all called each other and planned.
Welcome to New York. We're happy you're here.
Thank you.
So
I'm delighted
exciting.
to
She's
be
opening
here.
Thursday night in Victor Victoria after a couple of weeks of previews here.
You just saw that clip
It's a hot
of yourself.
day
Is it
in the Big Apple, huh?
What's it like to see that clip of yourself?
Actually, I don't have my glasses on. I can't see. I think I look a little fat.
No, you look great.
So come and see me be a man.
Yeah, that, you know, I'm looking at you and I'm saying she's going to be a man.
I am.
You'll always be Raquel Tejada in my eyes. But how is it? Is it tough being a man?
Well, no, actually, it's a lot of fun, as you know.
Well, I'm not having that much fun, but you know, Raquel, it's tough enough to look good as a woman, but then you got to worry about how you're looking as a man too. So
yeah, well, of course, the whole thing was how are they going to make me into a man? And then the running joke for a while backstage was, well, they're going to put me in a double-breasted suit.
Well, what else would they do?
You know, the question that everybody's asking, obviously, is Raquel Welch, with, to delicately put it, with that figure, how do you pull this off, pretending to be a man?
Well, you know, it's a fantasy. It's a French farce, and it's so... the man that she's apparently impersonating is, how can I say this? He's a Polish count who's gay, so it leaves, and a female impersonator to boot, so it leaves a little room for, you know, femininity in there somewhere.
You're not totally looking, I mean,
well, there. You have a shot of me in the man drag.
That's actually not bad.
Well, they got me padded out. They have this flattener thing for the bosom, and then they have me padded out underneath the bosom to my waist, and then they pad me from the sides so that I won't go in.
The curves?
Yes, I won't go in and out like hourglass type of thing. So there's that, you know, and then there's the man's wig and you know, the way they tailored the suits to try to make me
look more masculine.
Raquel, that must take a lot of padding to get rid of those curves.
Well, you know, Julie never looked like a guy either, so I think it's just a question of, because of my image, you know, there's a little more concentration on it than usual.
Is it uncomfortable to wear all that?
No, not really. They have it worked out pretty good, you know, and it's actually a lot of fun.
No, but what they really did end up doing is they have this sort of chest flattener, bosom flattener, you know, and it sort of comes together. It's sort of a little vest thing. It looks almost like a Mae West thing, and it flattens this part here.
Which part was that?
This part here, and then it fills in between the bosom and the waist, and then, because they didn't want me to go in and out like hourglass type thing, they fill in this part here.
So it's like a harness almost. It's,
well, it's not a harness, no.
No, not a harness,
no. No, it isn't. It really isn't. It's quite comfortable. I was surprised because I said, you're not going to have to breathe. I'm really going to have to breathe out there, so be careful what you do. But it actually, it's fun, you know, to do this thing, and it is. Well, it is, and I don't know why my destiny is like this, but, you know, I did Myra Breckenridge all those years ago, and now, you know, I'm coming into Victor Victoria. I don't know what it is about my character that leads me to these strange parts.
God really intended you to be a man. But what a mistake you made.
Well, you know what I really think it was, Regis? No, but really, is that I think that I've always thought of myself as being a strong woman, even though I'm very feminine and I'm very girly girl. In a way, I'm also very strong and independent.
Right.
And so when they asked me to do these male roles, it's kind of fun for me to have, you know, take on this sort of, these characteristics that a guy has. And, and it, you know, it's a part of my character I can play without any sort of, what am I saying? I mean, you know, it's part of my character that I don't mind showing.
That's
I like
right,
it.
sure. You like to show your strength. Well, I've always thought of you as being a very strong woman. As a matter of fact, I'm a little afraid of you right now. But you know, everywhere you go, there's a Raquel Welch alert around New York City. Yesterday, I go to the gym. I'm over here at the Reebok Center, and I just get on my treadmill. The girl next to me says, without me even saying you're going to be on the show tomorrow, she says, I saw Raquel Welch today. Now, this is yesterday. I said, really? Where? At my chiropractor.
Oh, my.
And supposedly he's a terrific chiropractor.
Well, yes.
So I guess there's a lot of dancing in that show.
Oh, yes, I'm always in my chiropractor's office, it seems.
What do you need straightened out?
Everything.
Well, in case he doesn't get the job done.
No, it's the whole drill, because, you know, the dancing, it's not just the dancing, but I have to dance in very high heels.
Oh, sure, yeah.
And then, you know, well, it just creates
It's
havoc.
a very demanding role. I saw Julie in it, I guess it's almost 2 years ago, huh?
Yeah, she was in it 2 whole years.
And I'm looking forward to seeing you in it.
Yeah, and we couldn't be more different, and hopefully it works.
Is it tough to step into is it tough to step into a role that was somebody else's, that in this case Julie Andrews?
Well, generally speaking, not awfully, but I think that there's always, in this case with Julie, who is almost a light opera singer, you know, there's that sort of aspect that you think, boy, you know, this is this is dangerous territory. But I'm not singing the same type of songs that she was singing.
You've got your own style.
Well, actually, no, I don't have my own stuff. I have
no style.
My own style. Yes, I do have that. But it's the sort of legato ballads that she was doing. I'm doing different material there, but the rest of the show is the same. And
but I understand she took you backstage, where it's a drama in and of itself with all the costume changes.
You know.
And Mother Teresa is in New York City too. Mother Teresa.
Oh, good.
Yeah. What do you think? You're the only celebrity in town, Raquel? Mother Teresa's here too.
Maybe she'd like to do the Victoria part.
Maybe she should.
We could do a tango together or something.
So she went to the mayor. She had a meeting with Mayor Giuliani, who's a tough guy, you know, he's a tough mayor, and I think you probably found New York a little different from the last time you were here. I mean, it's cleaned up, we've got a new feeling around town, it's safer, it's cleaner.
It looks good to me.
Yeah, sure.
I like New York right now.
Raquel Welch lived here for a number of years, then moved back out there, just bought a house, as I understand it, in Beverly Hills, and you get this call, and you've been furnishing the house by phone?
Well, no, actually, I was sort of touring around Soho
last weekend. I saw this beautiful chaise in the window, and I bought it for my house there. So it's going to come into this apartment for a while, and then it'll be moved there when I'm finished with the play. But I thought, why not? I can buy furniture anywhere.
Sure. Anywhere you want, Raquel.
Ship
Just
it
walk in. I
you
want
know.
one of these and 4 of those.
Well, it had leopard on it, so it caught my eye. I'm a sucker for leopard. I like leopard print.
Where's this chaise going to go? What room?
Well, I don't know. It could go in the bedroom, I thought. Well, it's go in the bedroom. It's a really pretty house, so there's lots of choices, lots of rooms.
Isn't that great?
Yeah.
You got a little pool in the backyard?
I have a pool in the backyard. Yes, I do.
You know how every now and then I miss Southern California a lot. I mean, I love New York. I really do. It gets under your skin, and I couldn't do this show the way we do it anywhere else but in New York City. But, yeah, it's beautiful living out there.
It's hard to make a choice. It's like being in love with 2 guys at the same time for me. It's, no, it's like, you know, New York or L.A., New York or L.A., because there's so much to love about New York, and it's exciting and everything, but it's also sort of like a rape. So then you think, well, you know, well, it's a tough city.
Yeah, it is a tough city, especially
the
for...
The creature comforts are down on the scale.
Well, I mean, either place, you can't go out looking anything but beautiful, right? I mean...
Oh, I can. Yeah, well, I dolled myself up for you this morning,
yeah,
you know,
you sure
and
did.
became blonde and everything.
I like it very much. But now, when you go out to get, you know, the container of milk, the loaf of bread, whatever, do you do things like that?
Of course.
Or do you say, Gelman, go out and get me 4...
No, I do, and I go for a walk in the park and stuff, and when I do that, I just put on a little baseball cap and
so nobody really knows.
And just a little shirt and stuff, and I don't, you know, and then most people don't, you know, they don't really pay attention to me. But funny thing, the last time I did that, I'm there, you know, and I'm in my little incognito frumpy outfit and stuff, and along comes Tony Bennett, you know, like dressed to kill with a whole suit and a top coat, looking just perfect, you know. And I said, hi, Tony. And he went, oh, I said, it's Raquel. He went, oh, hi.
Didn't recognize you.
No,
See, that's a
because
good
I was
test.
just looking frumpy.
Yeah. I thought for a minute Tony Bennett was going to stop and look at you in your tattered clothes and say, I know I'd go from rags to riches. Oh, that Tony Bennett. So you know, you said it's like being in love with 2 men. And so right now you are single? And but you're working so hard, you're so busy, you don't have time for romance.
I do have, yes, I have some romance in my life. But,
do you really?
But not this week.
Well, not this
because
week?
I'm opening.
Oh, yeah. Oh, so he's on hold.
Well, no, they are on hold.
But you... Yes! Yes, they are on hold. I like that.
Yeah, you don't have to settle, you know, for one all the time.
Listen, when you're Raquel Welch, the more the merrier. Who cares? Come on, let's see what you got, you know? Oh, but I mean, you probably could have your pick.
Well, it's nice to get to know different types of men, isn't it? No,
not for me. I couldn't care less.
No, I just am having fun right now.
And you should. Why not?
I love my job and everything, and I'm not ready to settle down.
Good for you.
Yet. I mean, I've been married 3 times. I know what that's like. So what do I...
It's like being married once.
You know, but... Anyway.
Now, don't rush into anything. Take your time. You should take your time. You should look over the field.
I felt like the backstage aspect of it, I should really be doing Truth or Dare, because what goes on back there with changing gender from, you know, man to, well, actually start out as a girl, go to a guy, then go to the girl again, then sexy girl, then go back to the tux guy, and it's, you know. But that's the first act is a little schizophrenic, and then I fall in love with a guy, so then I'm dressed like a guy, and he thinks that I'm a girl, and I'm trying to pretend like I'm not a girl. I'm a guy until he kisses me, and then I'm a girl.
And if your head is spinning...
Well, you know, if it's Michael Nouri doing the kissing, sometimes it makes you feel pretty much like a girl. At least it does me.
There are worse things in life, aren't there?
What kind of guy do you like, anyway?
Oh, different kinds.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Does he have to be in our business, or can he be in any business?
Any kind of business.
Any kind of business.
Yeah.
He should be employed, though, right?
Definitely.
He better be employed.
Let's have something to offer, yes.
You open in the role this Thursday night. You've already been opening in previews for the past. How long have you been in previews now?
Let me see. I think it's about 2 weeks now that we've been, yeah. Tomorrow I have a whole bunch of reviewers coming to see the show, which makes me very nervous because the show's been running really quite well, and we get nice reception from the audience. Sure. You know, they stand up at the end, and then we feel good. And then the critics start coming, you know, and all of a sudden you feel you can't do anything right, you know. And yesterday, not yesterday, the day, Sunday afternoon they came at the end of the week when I was like dog meat. I was just finished. I was so tired, and they were out there, and of course everything that could go wrong went wrong. I mean, suddenly the microphone and La Jazz Hot got stuck in the helmet, and it didn't come down. And wild things happen. There's the sound effects when I have this fight scene where I'm a guy and I'm punching these people out. And the pops for the punches would come way early. I would go like this and go pop. And I go, oh, I haven't even hit him yet, you know. And then I got this frog in my throat. I mean, I would sing and I would sound fine singing, but if I did something really simple, like there's this little song called You and Me, and I go, you, and me, you know, and I go, how is this happening to me?
Everything went wrong.
What?
Maybe you got that all out of your system
I don't
on
know.
Sunday.
Well,
and,
I don't know.
But anyway, good luck. I know the reviewers are coming in this week, and opening night is Thursday night, and everybody in New York is very excited about it.
Very quickly, is this tough, this grueling schedule, being on Broadway every night?
Well, it is tough right now because we are doing some rehearsals in the afternoon and all the extra PR and stuff. And of course, you know, I was up early this morning to come and see you.
Oh, and
are you Spanish by any chance or something?
Yes.
Because my name, Raquel, of course, is a Spanish name, and my father was from Bolivia. So we're both wearing orange, and we're both
of Hispanic descent.
Yes.
At any rate, Raquel Welch, a real pleasure having you here. Best of luck with the opening on Thursday.
You and me, Raquel, together, finally.
Yes, I know.
We could have our own show someday, Regis and Raquel, but just trying to get her mad, that's all.
Oh, watch it now. You know, if you read the tabloids, you got to watch out.
Yeah, tell me about it.
You know, things could start flying around the room.
I don't believe that stuff. Not my sweet Raquel.
Oh.
You know, you can do anything, and all of a sudden it's magnified into a big story. It just doesn't make any sense.
This little thing.
Easy, Raquel, easy! Could explode any minute.
Is Raquel Welch on a rampage?
She picked up a hand mirror, which she hurled across the dressing room.
From screaming matches to broken mirrors, stories surface that claim she's a difficult diva on Broadway. Now, Raquel defends herself to Regis.
Easy, Raquel, easy!
Raquel Welch, America's best known and most enduring sex symbol, movie star, TV actress, celebrity of the first magnitude. Well, now she's bringing her act to Broadway, and she may be forced to add another title to her resume, Difficult Diva. She's taking over from Julie Andrews as the new star of the long-running Broadway musical Victor Victoria. But according to reports, Raquel has been throwing temper tantrums and behaving like a prima donna in rehearsals.
She picked up a hand mirror, which she hurled across the dressing room, and I was told by some people in the cast that it smashed against the wall. Shards of the glass were then embedded in the hand of one of her dressers.
Newspaper reports also say Raquel has been feuding with the director and crew about almost everything in the show.
She had tremendous feuds with Blake Edwards, the director of the show. He does not think that she is a very good singer, and in fact had threatened to cut some of her songs because she wasn't performing them well.
This morning, Raquel made no mention of any behind-the-scenes battling during an appearance on Good Morning America. But while filling in for Kathy Lee Gifford, Raquel joked with talk show host Regis Philbin about the reports.
Watch it now. You know, if you read the tabloids, you got to watch out.
Yeah, tell me about it.
You know, things could start flying around the room. This little thing.
Easy, Raquel, easy!
In recent years, the 56-year-old actress has made light of her reputation in numerous TV appearances. On the season finale of Seinfeld, she played herself being a difficult Broadway diva.
No, I told you I don't want to do that. If you bring it up again, I'll feed your genitals to a wolf.
And on a memorable episode of the TV show Central Park West, she slugged it out for the camera with Lauren Hutton. Broadway observers blame reports of Raquel's behavior on pre-show jitters. And in fact, she told E.T. earlier this month that Victor Victoria is different from her other stage experience.
Well, I am a little nervous this time because it's not at all like Woman of the Year, but you know, I'm hoping for the best.
Raquel declined to talk with E.T. about this story. Victor Victoria with Raquel Welch opens on Broadway.
Good luck. Thank you. Chicago Broadway. Find a play.
opening Thursday night. If you're in town, come see it, okay?
Opening Thursday.
All right.
And so when young men and old men turn into bold men.
It was a triumphant return. Raquel's premiere comes on the heels of reports that during rehearsals, she had been a demanding diva, going so far as to heave a mirror against a wall in disgust over a problem with one of her wigs.
Well, no, I didn't throw a mirror, no. But there was an incident in my dressing room, and when I was upset, and I think it just got a little exaggerated.
Raquel wanted to set the record straight in an incident she said has been overblown.
Maybe people overheard me being upset, and so they made a big doodah. Actually, you know, it happened over a month ago, so it's really interesting they waited for the opening to talk about it. I wonder why.
I tell your friends it's really something to hear.
But on this night, the main focus was on Raquel's on-stage performance, and she was overjoyed by the crowd's reaction.
They were very responsive, and you know, it just proved what I always had felt, that the show is a very, you know, it's a fun show, it's an up show. It's very entertaining, and that's what I like to do.
Nobody knows it like this lady has. They can say today the lady travels round the world. You only see her when they're playing this music. That's how I see her. From steamboat springs to a love band.
never better.
That's great. I'll be in my room if you need me.
Thanks, Squash.
Anytime, Victoria.
When I stop to think, which I never ever used to do, for much more than a wink, I recall such crazy things about my past. Now I want to make some sense at last, 'cause it all goes so fast. I guess it's time I took the time to look again at many things, to make quite certain this time dreams that should come true do not take wing. It's time to do the things I somehow never got to do, like spending all my life with you. I guess it's time I turned my back on all the follies of my youth, and high time too I face the fact that it is time I face the truth. It's time I did a lot of things, like slowing up and growing up, and it's time I did something just for me, made my life a little harmony, put an end to this senseless pantomime, got my hopes and my heart in rhyme, while I'm more or less my pride. I guess it's time.
I'm going to be doing some theater in April with a theater company in Massachusetts from a George Bernard Shaw play called The Millionaires, which has only been done by two other major actresses before, Katharine Hepburn and Maggie Smith, and also there was a movie with Sophia Loren sometime, I think, in the 60s or the early 70s called The Millionaires, which is from this play, which is a wonderful play. And they didn't really do the story of it, but I wanted to develop this for a Broadway project. And let's see, was that it? That's something. Yeah, that's all for now.
Okay, that's all for me. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Have a good time.
Last question for German for Deutsche Welle.
Habe ich schon gefragt.
Okay, fine. Thank you very much.